Good evening, I'm meteorologist Lisa Green with the latest information on the storms that are headed our way for tonight. Let's take a look at what we have for right now. A tornado watch in effect until 11 o'clock for western and central parts of North Dakota, and that does include our far western viewing area stretching from Towner County down through the James River Valley along Highway 281 there. The rest of the valley, we do have a chance for some strong to severe storms as well, but no watch has been issued as of this update. Here's a look at the radar over the last few hours. We've been seeing those storms develop in the central and western part of North Dakota. Those are moving their way eastward. And you can see here, we'll put a pause on this to show you that there's a line. It's a line, or starting to form a line. It's about diagonally moving from southwest to northeast. So those folks in our northwestern viewing area, you're going to get hit first by this. These storms are moving from west to east. So basically, it's going to take longest for these storms to move into our southern valley. Here we've got them already approaching the Devil's Lake Basin shortly. And that's going to have an impact on when you see the strong storms to severe weather for tonight. So keep that in mind. They are moving their way into the valley and will be impacting most of us through the evening hours and into the overnight hours. We'll show you that here in our hour-by-hour forecast. By 8 o'clock, we could be dealing with storms already into the Devil's Lake Basin, extending up toward Langdon and back over toward just to the west of the Stutsman County area. These storms will continue to press eastward by 10:30, Grand Forks area into far extreme northwestern Minnesota, and then stretching back toward Jamestown. We could see that line impacting you at that point. This, once it becomes a line, our main concern becomes that damaging strong wind that they saw a few days ago over in the Bismarck area, Friday night and into Saturday. This is a similar situation where we may be dealing with some very strong wind gusts with this. In addition to that, of course, we need to be concerned about some hail. Can't rule out a tornado or two. And lightning and localized flooding, always a concern as storms are passing through. So timing on this, give or take an hour or so based on what you're seeing on the model here. This isn't an exact forecast, but it gives you an idea of what's coming your way. So 10:30, hitting the Grand Forks area, and then eventually the line pushes eastward around midnight. In that midnight time frame, Fargo-Moorhead Metro starts to see them, stretching up toward Thief River Falls, northwest Minnesota there, and then over back into the Oaks area, back over toward Ellendale, seeing this line rolling through. The line continues to blast eastward overnight. While you're trying to sleep in Minnesota, you may be woken up by some lightning and some thunder at 2 a.m. over toward Bemidji and back into Otter Tail County and stretching down toward Wheaton in the overnight time frame, moving its way into Wadena. That line quickly blasts through, and it's not been consistent, but at times some of our models are indicating a second round of storms will impact us here in the Southern Valley. A couple of models are bringing it up farther south into South Dakota, so it may miss us, but the potential is there for a second round of a wind event with storms impacting us right along the North Dakota-South Dakota line, so mostly southeastern North Dakota and northeastern South Dakota. In those wee hours of the morning, 3:30 a.m., you can see them approaching our western viewing area, stretching eastward through the morning. Daybreak, we'll be seeing those storms impacting the Wheaton area once again, Sisseton back over toward Elbow Lake, and then pressing eastward from there. And by 7:30, when a lot of us are starting to get up, get ready for work, and get out the door, most of this should be over by that time frame. So it's mainly going to be in the evening hours and overnight hours that we're dealing with these storms. There may be a couple of isolated storms during the day, afternoon hours for our Monday, but the main event is tonight. And so you want to keep your phone handy, keep your Valley News Live weather app on your phone, and get those alerts to you as you're sleeping to wake you up in case any severe or tornadic storms are heading your way. So again, that slight risk is in effect for tonight for much of the valley, North Dakota, South Dakota, and stretching back into parts of Minnesota. That's the area in yellow. The enhanced risk is a little bit farther south and west, but it does include parts of our valley in the orange. And that green, the darker green, is marginal, and what that means is we could be seeing one or two severe storms into the early part of the day tomorrow, but I think that we should be seeing severe weather through much of the valley, even though this is indicating it'll mainly be on the North Dakota side of the Red River and our southern counties. Looking ahead into the week tomorrow, those storms continue with some isolated storms in the afternoon. Tuesday we finally get a break, and eventually this week it's going to be more summer-like. Today's the first day of summer, by the way. Temperatures rising into that 80-degree range and above, and off and on chances for storms with that area of, or with the pattern still sticking around for us. So again, just a reminder for tonight, we do have strong storms on the way. They'll likely be on the severe side in a lot of instances across the valley, and you want to be paying attention. We'll be keeping you posted throughout the nighttime hours, and through the overnight hours, we'll be here letting you know what is happening. So make sure you check back with us this evening and into early part of the day tomorrow for the latest information as these storms press through.